Hey guys, how's it going? If you follow along on Instagram, you know I finally got my my wood stove arrived. So as you you know, if you've heard me say, this time of year now gets pretty cold in that night time here in Newfoundland. So you know, that'll make overnighters a whole lot easier, of course. Of course, like I said, I'm going to be using this one in my Lavoo. So I got this one from Luke's hiking gear, I believe it's called. But it's a titanium stove, so it's pretty light. Like the whole setup is maybe like 4 pounds or so. Like I've said before, everywhere I go as I walk, so like weight is is a huge deal for me, of course. Along with camera gear and everything, it don't belong adding up, eh? So yeah, just slightly over 4 pounds with the stovepipe and that, so that's not too bad, right? So anyway, they recommend that you burn it in for the first time, so that's what I'm doing here today. I just brought up stove, just come up in woods to have some breakfast and just to burn in the stove. So anyway guys, I'm gonna put this one together now and we get a fire going and see how it goes. So to start guys, stove did come in this nice little bag, which is a great job, because I figured I was going to have to pack it on my backpack, right? But this is the stovepipe here. This one's going to be fun rolling up the first time. So as you can see, it packs fairly flat, which is a great job, because I was looking at some other ones. A couple I was looking at were round, and you know, I didn't see that to be very good. You know, if you got a quad or something like that, you can take it that way, it's fine. But when you're backpacking everything, you know, you want everything to take up as less room as possible and be as light as possible, right? So yeah. So this is the bottom. Nice glass door here. Back. I already had this together in my house, so that's the top. So it's pretty simple going together. Pieces there like that. Slide together there like that. All right, so once you get all that put together, the legs actually help serve to hold everything together, right? So that's a great job. So that's that part, guys. All the legs on. Now I will say, the only thing I'm not too fond of is the legs itself. Now you can buy a base for it, similar to the bottom here, that you screw onto the legs, and you can use it like to put, you know, you can put some rocks on it, or you know, anything like that to help stabilize it. But it should be falling. But if not, I'm probably just going to make a couple legs for it myself, just help make it a little bit more stable. So it's not a huge deal, but something to consider anyway. So we got a couple more things in here that we need. Now, this little piece that I have here now, this is what the spark arrestor goes in, and the stovepipe goes down over this one. So we get the spark arrestor here. Obviously it just slides in like that, and damper, and then our stovepipe just slides down over top of that one. This is one of the reasons why they recommend that you burn it in first because I said this is the stovepipe. We do have to roll that to make a tube, and of course once the heat gets to it, it's going to hold the shape a lot more, and it'll be a lot easier to roll together the second time. So they do recommend 2 people the first time, so that's why my young fella's there with me. So the gloves didn't stay on for very long, I tell you. I find it really difficult to do anything with gloves on. And I know I'm taking chances, but what can you do? So anyway, that's the stove pipe, what I say. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 rings. I got them spaced, I guess, pretty even. Alright, so we got this set up. Now I must say had a little bit of trouble getting a stovepipe down over this other piece. So what I had to do was just bring the rings back a little bit to open it up. And once I got it down over, we just slid the rings back down over, right? But anyway, obviously this is not meant to freestand, so just got a couple of braces up be the pipe there for now. So like I said, we just got that there temporary, and you can't see the top of the pipe there now, but they say to dab it about a foot above the peak of the tent. This one's probably going to be 2 feet above, so I don't think I'm going to bother to cut it. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and for the sake of a foot or so, you know, it's not going to really make that much difference. And that I'll make sure that you know, any flankers or anything is going to stay away from my lavoo. I'm not messing around this morning. I got got me forest starters with me. Get this done as quick as possible. So guys, yeah, I got this stove. He's just about burning in there now. So just going to take everything apart there in a minute and let it cool down and pack it up and head out, I guess. You know, this is going to be a great job the winter, of course. Makes it a whole lot easier to do overnighters, especially when you don't have like warm sleeping gear and stuff like that, right? I was like, I was sizing some things up for cost and that, and it would have cost me a lot more money for like a really warm sleeping bag and than it was to actually buy one of those stoves. So that's what I decided to do. So like I said, I can still use the same sleeping bag I use all year round. It'll give me a chance to have a lot more overnighters now, especially in the fall and winter here in Newfoundland. You know, it gets pretty cold, eh? So I had a big old speech about, actually, you know something? I'm going to put them back on because I just got a queer feeling that I'm going to slice my hand open, taking those rings off. Because I had a big old speech about putting gloves on. Yeah, keep that... don't take it off. I was saying I had a big old speech about having gloves on because the edges of this is sharp, and I took the gloves off. So as you can see now, guys, that he's burning in, he kind of holds his shape a bit, right? So even when I fold him back up, it's gonna want to go back to this shape again, right? So that'll make it a whole lot easier the next time around. So that's about it. I didn't get it down. I didn't get the stovepipe down quite as small it was to begin with, but as long as I can fit it in the bag, I'm fine with that. So like I said, the pack's down pretty small, right? So all in all, boys, I think that's a pretty dandy little stove, eh? Like I said, primarily it's light and it packs down small. So that was the main thing for me, right? So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. That's all I really planned to do today. I wanted to burn in the stove and get that ready for some overnighters and that. So, you know, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on
GoPro.
the notifications.
GoPro, stop recording.